Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at probably one of the biggest battle boxes I have ever received from them. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So this is the May 2024 Mission 110 battle box. It is a very large, tall box. I couldn't believe how big it was when I got it in the mail the other day. And I wanted to show you what's inside because it's some pretty cool practical gear in here. Quickly, for those of you that don't know about BattlBox, and I find that hard to believe, but I'm sure there's some of you out there. It's a monthly subscription box, and every month you're going to get a different bunch of gear, and it's in tiered progression. So it goes from like the basic to the advanced box to the advanced pro, you know, the Pro box to the Pro Plus, I'm sorry. So you go up in levels. The more you pay monthly, the more gear you get. Now, this is the Pro Plus. This has everything that's coming this month. But you can start out with a basic box and try it out. Again, if you're a new prepper and you have absolutely nothing, you know, and you're just getting started, I suggest you hold off on something like this because you don't know what's coming in here. You may get a great stove that you've been looking for, or you may not. You may get something you really needed, or you may not. So I would say get the basics first, and then you can have fun with these, because these are kind of fun. It's kind of like Christmas Day every time one shows up. So what I'm going to do, since this box is so big, and even though my table's large, I have limited space here, is I'm going to take out each layer and show you what's inside. Give me a second here, and we'll get started. All right, so the basic box is going to include a $73.93 value. Okay, that's the value of everything in here, not what you're paying for it. And we're going to start off with the first item, which is this Lucy light. These things are really cool. Lucy makes excellent lights if you've ever seen them. They're usually the blow-up ones that you see. They're solar-powered. This guy here is no different, except it's a little bit different because it's got these neat little extensions on it that you can bend in pretty much any way you want. Okay, so I can set that up in my tent like that. I can use this to hook to the top of my tent somehow. All in all, very, very cool. Very bright light. It does have the solar panel on top, but it can be charged. They give you a USB-C cable here, so you can charge it. You will be charging it from this end of things here. You'll also be turning it on with that button right there. And there's your light. Now that's 1, 2, 3. That's top brightness, okay? Then you have a flasher if you need to signal. I really like Lucy stuff. It's really good quality stuff. And like you see, you can set that up here like that, and I can have it just sit there, and I can read with it or whatever. So very, very flexible. Love the bendable kind of end to it there, so I can flex it around whatever I need to set it up with. Now that silicone arm stretches 13.8 inches. It offers 40 lumens through 3 cool white LEDs, and believe me, inside a tent, that's more than enough. All right, during an emergency, that's fine. Okay, you have a lightweight design, 5.3 ounces, really easy to carry around in your bag. Water resistant, temperature resistant, IPX4 rating. Okay, you can operate this between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 113, or 0 to 45 Celsius, depending. And it does have the multi-function light setting, which is the low, medium, and flashing for versatile use, low, medium, and high. It does have a quick shut-off. All right, it's got 2-second shut-off if you don't need it. You do have efficient charging. You can charge this anywhere, depending on how long you use it. It runs about 3 to 12 hours based on the setting. On a low, it'll run 12 hours. To charge it, all right, you can do this in 13 hours in sunlight using that little tiny panel, or you could plug a panel into it and do it a lot faster, or you can charge this in 1 hour using the supplied USB cable. So very, very cool there. It uses a 450 milliamp hour battery, lithium ferric battery, I believe it's called, and it's 1.2 inches in height, 4 inches in diameter, so it's compact and easy. Really, you could just fold this little thing up, stick it in your go bag, and not even worry about it. So definitely compact, easy to use, very small in size, and very flexible too. That you can do a whole lot with this little extra little piece on there. All right, let's move on to the next thing. This is something that people don't really consider a lot. I'm going to get rid of the boxes here, put them off to the side, and it's a dry bag. A lot of times your gear, your clothing, whatever is going to get wet. Do you want to stick that back in your emergency bag? You know, if you're doing an event, if you're bugging out, whatever, your shirt gets wet, you pull out a new shirt. Great. What do you do with the old one? Well, you don't necessarily want to throw it away because it's going to dry. So you got a dry bag. And these are also great for the gym. I know I use one of mine for the gym when if I get sweaty or something, I'll toss it in there. Let me show you this guy here. Okay. This is the Rockier Ultralight Series. Nice waterproof dry bag. So when you count the ounces on this thing, it's super, super light. It's very, very big, but it's very light. It feels like a thinner material than most dry bags, and not in a bad way. That's not like saying it's going to leak or anything. It's really, really lightweight. You can put all your clothes in there. You can even put food in here and make a bear bag, hang it up so that, you know, wild animals can't get to it. You can stuff all the stuff in there you need to keep everything dry. They're fabricated out of light but durable TPU, okay? And the seams are welded, not taped, so you can count on the bag being 100% waterproof. The dimensions on it, 13 inches by 4 inches by 1 inch thick, 4.6 ounces. It's a 15-liter bag. Definitely pretty cool. Next up, one of my favorite things now. You know, years ago, I would have told you, don't waste your time with anything that looks like that, okay? Because they were horrible. They were terrible. You put them in the dirt and they'd bend right away. Things have changed. This is the SOG entrenching tool. I'm just going to open it up because the box kind of exploded in the box and shipping here. Okay, there it is there. We're going to cut that part off. And here you go. Now, you know how to use these. They're all pretty simple. However, these are way better made than they used to be. These things used to be absolutely terrible. You know, not SOG. I'm talking about the cheapy ones, the reproduction ones you get in the survival stores, where they would bend, they would break. These are made of much better materials, much higher quality. And you're just going to pull this down like this, screw it down. You got yourself an entrenching tool here, so if you need to dig out some ground around your location or whatever, if you need it as a shovel, of course, you're just going to loosen that up and put it up as a shovel. Loosen it all the way up there. There we go. And tighten it down like a shovel, and you'll notice that pickaxe goes flush against the back, so you won't have any problems with that. So definitely a cool little handy piece of gear. Definitely well made. This thing is really nice and thick. You have a nice carbon steel blade on the top here, a little bit of a saw. I've never really used any of these saws to ever cut anything, but hey, you never know. It's handy to have, even if you're just making tinder out of something. Handy to have. Definitely cool little thing. It is an essential piece of equipment when you're out there, you know, setting up camp. So, you know, even digging a fire hole, even digging a place where you go to the bathroom, whatever. It's a 3-in-1 tool. It's got a saw edge, pickaxe, and a shovel. So it's got a bunch of tasks you can do, from digging, cutting, prying, whatever is at your campsite in an emergency. This is a really handy tool. The overall length on it, 18.25 inches, weighs 24.5 ounces. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but that's a good thing. You don't want a cheapy little junk one. It is black powder coated with a high carbon steel blade, and the handle is also high carbon steel. And it's made by SOG, so it's pretty decent stuff. But seriously, yeah, some of these things, when you used to use them, these would break, the rivets would break on it, this would get weak. These things are a whole lot beefier than they used to be. And I think that started with Schrade a while back. They started making some good ones, so there you go. All right, that is the basic box. We're going to move on to the advanced box. Now, we're moving on to the advanced box. Now, the advanced box has a $117.93 value, and that includes everything plus this. And these things are awesome. I have a similar kind of tool to these, and I can't tell you how many times I use it. This is a specialized one. These are fix-a-sticks. It's made for hunting and shooting. It's got all the possible little things you're going to need to fix scopes and firearms in the field. All these little neat little tools, okay? They're a replaceable edition for shooting and hunting. It's really designed to cater to the needs of the marksmen, hunters. The toolkit comes combined with unmatched functionality and versatility. This thing is awesome. I mean, there's so much you can do with it. And it's small and light. So this works kind of like this. You're going to notice these sticks here. One has a Phillips and then a square head there. Okay. Now these will fit either way you want in like this, and they're magnetic, so they'll stick together. So then you have a T-handle. Whole lot easier to drive things and get things tight with that T-handle instead of trying to hold this and spin it. Really, really easy. It can be done opposite ways too, so I can just slip that on there. Same thing. Okay, these are the bits you're going to get here. I'll give you a look at them, then we'll read them off. Torx bits there, some Phillips bits, I'm sorry, Allen bits, and a flathead. So the bits you're going to get in this thing, okay, it has a 0 Phillips, a 1 Phillips, a 2 Phillips, and hex bits, 3mm, 4mm, 5mm, 6mm hex bits. Torx bits, you got T15, T20, and T25. Hex, you have a 5/32, a 3/16, and a 1/4 hex bit. And flat, you have a 1/8 screwdriver and a 3/16 flat too. And they are fully ground, so you won't gouge up your stuff using them. They are nice and flat. If you look at that, you can see it's not going to get in there and tear apart your screw if you have to adjust something on it. So definitely a handy little tool for the outdoorsman. They weigh about 116 grams. They're not super heavy. You got 18 different bits on it. You got the T-handle for extra retention when doing things. You can just get in there and tighten stuff up. I know that's especially handy with scope adjustment. You know, if I'm trying to use a screwdriver, it's never as good as I have something with a little bit of leverage. And in the field, that's invaluable. So definitely cool little thing. Little fix-it sticks here. All right, let's move on to the next box. That is the Pro Box. And this one is why that box is so big. Kong has arrived. Okay, this is the Pro Box. This is the Kong case, the Rampage Edition. I'm going to open this thing up for you and show you essentially what's inside of this deal. And this is actually really timely for me because you guys know I'm building a portable repeater out of a Pelican-like case. Well, this here, let's take this off, is kind of similar to that. And I wanted to build a portable command station in the next box. So that is what you're going to see with this guy. So let's pull down here, open them up, pull down, open it up, and you see inside all foam. All these foam inserts can either be cut or plucked. You notice how they're open like that, so you can take a little insert and pluck them out. You can take this one out and just use this one, but you have it set up all the way to the top, and even a foam pad on the bottom. Sorry about blocking everything out. So you can do pretty much whatever you want with this, and it's really, really handy. You do have your air pressure release there, okay? Sorry about bumping the camera there. All right, so there you go, the Kong case. This is a really nice case, very thick, durable plastic on this. Snap that over there. Okay, now this has the same durability and function as the expensive cases. It's actually a little bit more, I don't know how to put it. The plastic feels thicker than one of those more expensive cases. There's a bunch of different colors. There's this Nuke Chili, Ocean Nuke, Aqua Sunset, Lava, Sky, and Earth Jungle, and that's this one here. Very cool looking colors too. I was kind of hoping I got that one. The other one's like this bright lime kind of green, and then there's a bright blue one, and I'm like, oh, give me the desert tan kind of color. It's like, yes, I got it. So I'm very impressed with it. It's a nice looking case, and it's going to end up being a project build for what I want to do, and pretty darn cool. Dust and engine water protection IP67 rated. Okay, shock resistance is IK08. The outer size 16 inches by 13 inches by 7.6 inches. Inner size 14.5 by 11.2 by 7.08 inches. So you got a good amount of room in there to put stuff in there. And that's probably what this is going to be. I'm probably going to just put an HF rig or an HF and 2 meter 440 rig in here. My Yaesu 818 ND is probably going to be in here. That way I can put a little antenna on the outside for the 2 meter and 440. And I can do a little plug on the side to run out to a wire end fed antenna. So definitely cool stuff. I'm really liking this thing. All right, let's move on to the last item in here, and that's going to be something that's very, very cool, very nice looking. Move this out of the way, and I'll show it to you. All right, the Pro Plus box, the final item, and of course that usually includes a kind of higher end knife in it. This is the Razorback Canyon fixed blade knife. Okay, this is a dependable fixed blade companion for you. D2 steel, maintains a razor sharp edge. And a nice two-tone G10 handle. Very nice texture on that handle. Really nice sharp spine on each side so you can strike a ferro rod with it. It came razor sharp out of the box. Matter of fact, I think you can see that bald spot there. Last night I was just playing to see if I could shave hair with it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's shaving hair. So it came razor sharp out. Very comfortable in the hands, nice grip to it, a little bit of jimping here for your hand, but definitely nice thing. D2 steel. I did strop it a little tiny bit because I felt like a little bit of an edge there, but other than that, that's perfect. Really nice looking. It's a nice little size, you know, it's not huge, it's not obnoxious, it's not going to be like a big honking, you know, bushcraft knife hanging off you. You have a nice little molded Kydex sheath, a clip, real simple to put on and off, very handy for, you know, when you're camping and you want to pop a knife on quickly and carry it with you. You don't have to thread it through your belt and all that. It will come with a sticker, cleaning cloth, and a little bit of information. These knives were designed by Russ Comer. If you know anything about Russ Comer, you know he designed some of the more higher end knives. So it's a nice looking little knife. Let me pull it out here and show it to you again. Nice looking little knife, very handy in the hand. The specs on this, 9.5 inches long. The width on it is 2.78 inch. Height 1.12 inches and 6 ounces in weight. So not a super heavy knife, but a good kind of, you know, companion knife that you might want to carry out into the woods. I would not hesitate to use this for bushcraft stuff. Very comfortable, so you can get up on the edge there and carve. do any kind of carving you need to do, any kind of cutting. I'd probably even baton with it, honestly. A lot of knives can take it, and people are afraid to do it, and a lot of knives can take it if you need to. I wouldn't be doing big logs, but, small little things to make some kindling. No problem at all. So, there is your BattlBox, okay, for May 2024. Some really cool practical gear. I love the case. I like the case so much I might even buy another one just for me, for firearms and stuff. I really like that case. It'd make an awesome range case too, if you want to take that to the range and use it. So definitely nice. It does have the locking on the side too, so you can lock it up if you're carrying firearms in it. And I think all in all, pretty good deal this month. Pretty nice stuff. I like the fact that they're focusing on quality and not quantity. There are some boxes out there that will give you tons of stuff in the box, and it's all trinkets and tchotchkes and kind of useless stuff. They actually give you good gear here, and that's one of the reasons why I stuck with BattlBox all the way through, because it's actually useful stuff. I'm going to use this knife. I'm going to use this entrenching tool. I know I'm going to use those fix-it sticks, and the light, of course, is going to get used too. So definitely good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. All their links and info will be down below there if you want to check it out. I do have a discount code for you if you're interested in getting any subscription items. They all sell this stuff individually too, so don't think you have to buy the boxes. If you see something you like, you can buy it individually off of the website. My link's going to be down below, and you can check that out there. All right. My Amazon affiliate store, don't forget that. Even if you don't want anything in the store, just bookmark the link and shop with it. Use that link to shop. Every time you use it, it helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you a penny to do it. So it really helps us out, bring you more cool gear. Of course, our freeze-dried wholesalers link. I have some goodies coming up, so if you're interested, you better tune back tomorrow and check it out. I have some amazing stuff coming up from freeze-dried wholesalers over the weekend here. It's going to be a 5-day sale, and there's going to be a ton of new dessert items. And I'll drop a little hint here. Cookie dough. It's coming. So, definitely cool stuff. Awesome morale boost stuff. And my link saves you 15% on any of the other food. Of course, they've got everything from filet mignon to cheesecakes to strawberries. You name it. Freeze-Dried Wholesalers has it freeze-dried, good for 25-year shelf life. Check them out. And my Patriot Supply link, that link will take you to my personal portal. We've got some great deals this month, so do check them out. And remember, if you don't see anything on the site that you like, that's my portal page. That's my splash page. You can click on that little logo above my picture, my Patriot Supply logo, and you can actually go into the site and shop for the rest of their gear. And of course, our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Folks, don't forget to stock up on food. With what's going on in the world right now, you definitely want to have some extra food. I thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.